Hi everybody, how you doing? This is Coach Frank Bisarek. Today we're going to go over the power position, which is the part number 2 in our pitching series, but it's video number 3 because we did 1, which is the balance position. So 0 actually would be our setup. Make sure your feet are good, your hands right around the chest area. We're looking at our target. We go to balance, and then we're going to get into finish. Finish, point our toe to our target. You're going to collapse your glove to cover your shield as you're coming forward, pitching into a stiff front leg. We're clicking this foot, and then we follow through. It looks a little different coming forward. Let's do that. Finish. So I'm going to go balance. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to turn, point my toe. I'm collapsing. I'm releasing the ball out in front of me, and I'm clicking this right leg. I'm up on the toe. So I've got a firm leg we're pitching into, but bent. We're clicking here, cover, release out in front, and we're down. So the middle part of this, of course, is going to be the power position. So you're transferring weight like in batting. We load, stride to the launch, then we swing, right? Same thing with pitching or throwing in general, especially if you're trying to throw hard. You're going to transfer weight back to forward, okay? And that's what we're doing from, I'll scoot over this way. That's what we're doing from the balance position into the finish. So if you saw me there, once I started leaving the balance position, I'm leading with my hip. I've got a little angle on the shoulders because you got to remember, if I'm just fielding, I'm playing second, ball comes, field, here, over, and throw. I'm on flat ground, right? So when we're pitching, you're on a mound. The mound is angled down, right? So you've got to have some angle to this shoulder, okay? Leading with the hips, angled shoulders, because on the mound, it's actually facing even or down, and we're throwing down the mound. So to get from balance to finish, we got to get to the power position, and that's going to be transferring the stored weight back and energy to come forward. You will pitch off your back leg, right? We push forward down the mound. Back this way, push down. Now, with a good balance position, you're able to then, you can see my leg, showed a little more than I wanted, but you got to bend this knee. So if you're in a good balance position and you just fall forward with a stiff leg, you're throwing just arm. You've got no power. You've got no velocity. So when you're here, you're good set, and you lift, you want to separate. Now we're in the power position, okay? So here's number 2. A good way to start this, just to practice, you can feel the weight transfer, because that's really what it is. An energy transfer is spread wide, make a big X, bring your elbows down so they're about shoulder height, and now you've got to be in a 90-degree angle here, or really close. You cannot start down here and you're coming forward and you're way back here, right? Because then now I've got nothing to go forward and I'm just pushing the ball. I can't push off my back leg. So let's get knees bent up into a big X, elbows down, make a good U to L. This is pointing where we go. And I want you to lift that front heel. And now you can feel the weight in the back. Bring it down. I'm even weight. Lift that heel. Now I can feel the weight on the back and in the inside of my foot. Now I'm ready to power, right? So now what I want you to do is go down, up, feel it back. I've got a bent leg, and I want you to rock back, come forward, and practice slowly going into your finish. Even if we're throwing from the outfield, right? Trying to throw anywhere far, you're going to reach back, but to come forward, we have to be in a good position. So this is a good way to do it slowly and then get faster. You don't have to throw a ball. You can do this on air. Get your stance wide. You want to be at least shoulder width, maybe a little further. You don't want to be too wide. But when you're throwing, this is about, you want to get to where you're comfortable fall. Push it to about where you feel like you're getting too far. Make a good U, a good L. If the ball's not facing back to second base, I'm good with that, even though we've been teaching it. You don't have to turn that so far. Right now, I'm more worried about arm position. Make sure we're in a good U, good L, elbow swing where we go. We need a 90 degree or pretty close, or you don't have any energy loaded in your arm to come forward. Lift that front heel, down, lift that front heel. Now lift and lead with your hip and practice coming into finish. You've got to pitch. There's two things we got to do right now. Got to have a good arm position. We got to load weight back to come forward. And we have to be able to have the feeling, right, of getting this shoulder at a little bit of an angle here and leading and falling with the hip into that front leg. So let's do it again. Let's get wide. If you have to, make an X, come down into a good UL. All right, lift that front heel. I can feel it back down, heel up, load back, lead, and forward. Boom, come down, okay? So you got to learn to balance in all those phases. One thing you can do that you can help is make sure it's a wall that's firm. You don't want to do it in mom and dad's drywall, cause a hole. But get over in front of the wall, leave maybe a glove, your glove space, okay? And then get your eyes, hands, and feet good. Go into the balance position and then lean. And your hip should be the only thing touching. You should feel it right here, okay? If you notice, I got a little turn to my shoulders, but I'm laying on that wall of my hip. That's what you have to feel. You have to feel the fall. So this is your homework to get into that nice big X, come down into a U, as you can see it. An L, I want good position. Elbows high, this thumb down, that's your pointer. Lift that front heel, down, heel, and lift, and follow through. And make sure you're getting your feet in line. You've got this covered. So we've got the point, right? The shield, the click, knees bent. Again, we're pitching into this. We don't want this knee to get in front of that heel as you're coming down. So you stay behind the ball, right? Boom, point, collapse, click, release the ball, and down, or act like you're releasing the ball. Get comfortable feeling that, okay? All right, this is Coach Frank Bisarek. We'll go over it in our different pitching series and practices, but try these things. Make sure you know what you're doing before the next practice. It'll help everybody get through it quicker. I appreciate you watching. Let me know any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.